What's going on? 3 US troops have been killed. Wars are everywhere. This time, US soldiers have been killed and 25 injured in a drone attack on a US base in Jordan. It is near the Syria border, US President Joe Biden says, while facts are still being gathered. The attack was carried out by Iran-backed militant groups operating in Syria and Iraq. Today, America's heart is heavy, Biden says. He also says the ultimate sacrifice will never be forgotten by our nation. It is the first time US soldiers have been killed by strikes in the region after Hamas's 7 October attack on Israel. This is a breaking news. As we mentioned a moment ago, this is the first time US soldiers have been killed by strikes in the region since Hamas's 7 October attacks on Israel, which led to a widespread retaliatory campaign by Israeli forces in Gaza and a renewed war in the Middle East. There have been attacks on US bases in the region, but so far there have been no casualties reported by the US Army. 3 US troops have been killed and 25 injured in a drone attack on a US base in Jordan near the Syrian border, that is, the US has announced. US President Joe Biden says that while facts are still being gathered, the attack was carried out by Iran-backed military groups. They are operating in Syria and Iraq. It is the first time US soldiers have been killed in the region after Hamas's 7 October attack on Israel. This is the latest in a series of attacks on US bases in Iraq and Syria by Iran's proxies in the region since the outbreak of the Israel-Gaza conflict in October. A number of US military personnel were injured in a missile attack on the Al-Assad air base in western Iraq last week. The US military blamed the Iran-backed militia for the attack. Later, the strike was claimed by a group calling itself the Islamic Resistance in Iraq. This group also has claimed to be behind other attacks against US forces in recent weeks. The US military has previously carried out strikes on some Iranian-backed militant groups on Iraq after US personnel were injured in drone strikes on US air bases in the country. This news from BBC. Please subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.